Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm again doing something new. Recently I did the English kings and queens. Today I'm doing the American presidents as anime characters. So yes, I have lived in America my entire life. I've never been anywhere else. And no, I don't know my American history. um, History and math were my two worst subjects. It's terrible to admit that. I know a little about the most prominent presidents, of course, just like probably every other American out there. But I don't know about most of the presidents, I'll admit. So I'll hit you with a few things here and there that I know, but it's not going to be a lot. So let's just jump right in and learn. All right. So, of course, we have George Washington, our first president from 1789. I don't know if, how did that, I don't know if that, mm, I think there's something wrong with that. Um, yeah, there's something wrong with that. Anyway, he was our first president. He didn't even want to be called president. Most of the stories that we know about him, chopping down the cherry tree, never telling a lie, having wooden teeth, they're all tales. So yeah, they were lies told about him, which is crazy, especially for a man who said that, who's famously said that he never told a lie. I love this anime version of him. Uh, he did famously never smile because he didn't like showing his teeth, which were like made of like other human teeth and like animal teeth, and I don't even remember what else, but crazy. Um, but I do love this this anime version of George Washington. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. Maybe it's supposed to start in 1797 and go to 1789. I don't know what happened to that. Something's wrong with that though. He served for 8 years. 8 years, I think that's right. Um, but he was the first president to step down after his 2 terms in office. Um, and he's the first to set that precedent of stepping down. It was not a rule, obviously. It was not in the Constitution that, hey, you have to step down after 2 terms in office. You can't serve after that. So then we have John Adams, our second president, who served. Yeah, no, there's something seriously wrong with that. Like, maybe that's supposed to be. I don't know what happened. Anyway, maybe somebody will tell me in the comments. 1797 to 1801. I actually really liked this anime version of John Adams with his glasses on. His portrait obviously doesn't have them on, but I really like this anime version. Then we have Thomas Jefferson. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Third president. He was an absolute excuse me, jerk. But he did write our Declaration of Independence along with some other stuff. But he was not good news. Um, However,
that's not nice.
Shush. Shush, Siri, you don't get a say in this. Um, I love this anime version of him holding up this document with the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence, whatever it is, in the background. But yeah, no, it looks very accurate to his portrait. We've got James Madison here, our 4th president. I didn't change the dates. I'm sorry. Y'all, I had insomnia last night. I blame that. I'm so sorry. But his anime version looks quite accurate to his portrait. Like, he's basically wearing the exact same thing. Yeah, no, I just didn't change the dates. James Monroe, our 5th president, looks quite accurate here to his portrait. Now, here's where I changed the dates. Okay. John Quincy Adams, our 6th president, was 1825 to 1829. And I'd say that this is a pretty accurate anime version to his portrait. And then we've got Andrew Jackson. Most everybody knows who this guy is. 1829 to 1837. Yep, okay, just making sure. I love this anime version of him. It looks like he's holding a gun, which, you know, he was pretty famous for dueling. So, makes perfect sense. I love his hair, which looks like, you know, a not slicked back version of what he's got here in his portrait. Just looks great. I love it. We've got Martin Van Buren, our 8th president, 1837 to 1841. I love this anime version of him with his hair all crazy, looking at us like he's judging us. I don't know anything about this man, but I just love this judgmental look. I don't know. Just find it funny. Got William Henry Harrison, our 9th president. This moron here, the only reason he's got any time at all as president, he was sworn in 1841 in January or whenever it was supposed to be, I don't remember, and proceeds to give hours of a speech in the snow like a dummy. And then he got sick. And he died from complications of getting sick because he was such a moron and decided to give a speech in the snow, you know, and he got sick. So this dummy was the first one that died in office. But his anime version is really good. Like, look at that defined nose. Man, I like that. So then John Tyler became president, the 10th president, from 1841 to 1845. And I like this anime version of him, man. That's pretty good. He looks good. Then James K. Polk was our 11th president to from 1845 to 1849. And this anime version of his portrait looks really good as well. I know a lot of these guys wore black, but I just liked him in color, in color clothes. Looks good. Then we got Zachary Taylor, our 12th president from 1849 to 1850. I don't remember why he only served a year. Did he get shot? I don't think he was assassinated. I don't know anything about this man. Nothing. I know nothing about this man. Obviously, he's a soldier of some sort, it looks like. But this anime version of him looks like he is ready to go take a battle somewhere and go for a fight. This looks like it's near Civil War time. It's not Civil War time, obviously, but it looks like it's very close. He looks like he's ready for a battle. Then we got Millard Fillmore, our 13th president, 1850 to 1853. This anime version of him looks like super close to the portrait. And he looks like he's in a theater. That's scary. Oh no. Then we've got Franklin Pierce, our 14th president, 1853 to 1857. I like this anime version of him. He looks so young. He probably was. I don't know. But he looks so young, and I love his hair. He's kind of cute. He's kind of cute in his anime version. I don't know anything about this man as a president, but he's kind of cute in his anime version. Then we got James Buchanan, our 15th president, 1857 to 1861. This man looks like he's going to go get something done in his anime version. Look at that. Look at that cravat. Then we all know our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. Us Americans, we all know. Our 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, 1861 to 1865, before John Wilkes Booth shot him in the back of the head and ended his presidency early. This anime version of him is basically him. He probably wore all black, let's be honest, but I think he looks great in purple and green. But yeah, I love this. Looks great. Then we've got Andrew Johnson, our 17th president, from 1875 to 1869. Basically looks exactly like him, but with glasses. Then Ulysses S. Grant, our 18th president. A lot of people will know who that is. 1869 to 1877. He was part of the Civil War. And this anime version looks a lot like him. Then we have Rutherford B. Hayes, our 19th president, 1877 to 1881. This anime version is basically this man, except he has longer beard hair in this portrait. Then we have James Garfield, our 20th president, who only served 1881 because he was assassinated. Then we have Chester A. Arthur, our 21st president, 1881 to 1885. This anime version is basically a carbon copy of this man. Look at this man. Looks just like him. Then we have Grover Cleveland, who was both our 22nd and 21st president. He served from 1885 to 1889, and then 1891 to 1897. So I don't know why I don't know what happened there. Like, why he couldn't hold the presidency for like an entire two terms solid, but I don't know. But this anime version of him looks basically just like this man. We've got Benjamin Harrison, who was the middleman between Grover Cleveland's two terms as the 23rd president from 1889 to 1893. And he looks just like this anime version, looks just like this man. It is crazy. William McKinley took up the 25th president post from 1897 to 1901. I like this anime version of him. He looks very serious. Then we have Teddy Roosevelt. Theodore Teddy Roosevelt, our 26th president from 1901 to 1909. A lot of people know a lot of things about this man. You know, he was a big game hunter. I don't know if it's actually true, but people say that teddy bears are named after him. Could be true. I don't know. A lot of people say that he was a really good president. I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't know. But this anime version of him is really good. I like it. Looks just like him. Then we have William Howard Taft, our 27th president, 1909 to 1913. It is said, though I don't know if it is actually true, that they had to actually have a special bathtub built within the White House for this man because he was so freaking fat. But I don't know if that's true. But he looks happy in his anime version, where he does not look so happy in his portrait. So he kind of, you know who he kind of looks like? He kind of looks like Chef Boyardee. Yes, I know. I'm going to hell. I know. I'm going to hell. I'm talking bad about one of our presidents. Oh, well, that's okay. I'm probably going to talk bad about some of the other ones. That's okay. Then we have Woodrow Wilson, our 28th president, 1913 to 1921. This man is basically the same guy in anime form. Look at this. This is a carbon copy of this man. This is crazy. Then Warren G. Harding, our 29th president, 1921 to 1923. Was he assassinated? I don't know. It's possible. I don't think so. But yeah, this anime version of him is basically a carbon copy of this man, except wearing a different suit. It's like basically the same guy. We have Calvin Coolidge, the 30th president, 1923 to 1929. I like his anime version. I think he looks a little bit more approachable in his anime version than in his portrait. Herbert Hoover, the 31st president, 1929 to 1933. It is scary how accurate that anime version is. He looks like he's giving some kind of a press conference. Franklin D. Roosevelt, our 32nd president, 1933 to 1945. I think that this anime version of him is very good, actually. Just softens what is there in his portrait. He is the reason we have a cap on how many terms a president can serve. But then again, he was dealing with a lot at the time of his presidency. You know, a little thing called World War II. You know, maybe you've heard of it. So, you know. Then we have Harry Truman, our 33rd president, 1945 to 1953. And the anime version has a little bit more hair, but other than that, I'd say that that's a pretty good representation of this man. I don't know. Then we have Dwight D. Eisenhower, who was our 35th president, 1953 to 1961. And he looks like dude from X-Men. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Charles Xavier. He looks just like Charles Xavier, doesn't he? Am I crazy? But other than that, yeah, no. The anime version looks a good bit like his portrait. Then we have a lot of people's one of their favorite presidents, John F. Kennedy, the 35th president, 1961 to 1963, who was assassinated. And there's a lot of controversies about his assassination. But I'd say that this anime version of him is pretty accurate to how he looked when he was a good bit younger. Like, this portrait of him was probably taken when he was a fair bit older. Then we have Lyndon B. Johnson, our 36th president, 1963 to 1969. And this anime version of him is basically this guy. Looks just like him, I think. Then we have Richard Nixon, probably one of the most hated presidents in history. The 37th president, 1969 to 1974. And that anime version of him is scarily accurate to that portrait. Looks just like him. If he was doing the two peace signs, it would just be perfect, because that was his most famous pose. Then we have Gerald Ford, our 38th president, 1974 to 1977. And this anime version of this guy is basically this guy in this portrait. It's crazy. Like, these anime characters turned out really well for this. Like, I was very happy with them. Then we have Jimmy Carter, who was our 39th president, 1977 to 1981. He's a bit older in this anime version, but I mean, other than that, I think he still turned out like decently well to this portrait of him. Then we have Ronald Reagan, the 40th president, 1981 to 1989. This was the president when I was born. Like, I vaguely, and I do mean vaguely, remember him as a president. Like, I was really young when he was president. But his anime version looks basically the same as him in real life. Like, this is crazy. His tie is just different. And he has a pin on his lapel. Then we have George. Just to confirm. Shush, Siri. Then we have George H.W. Bush, our 41st president, 1989 to 1993. And just look at this man in anime form and tell me that this is not the same guy. It's absolutely crazy. It's the same man. Absolutely the same man. Then we have Bill Clinton, our 42nd president. And Anime Bill looks very similar to the picture of him. Like, the hair's the hair's more silver than salt and pepper, but it's basically the same guy. So yeah. Then we have George W. Bush, our 43rd president, 2001 to 2009, and this anime version of him is basically the same as his portrait. This would have been the first years I would have been able to vote. So yeah, that tells you how old I am. Actually, the first year that he was elected would have been the first year I would have been able to vote. I don't remember if I voted. Don't ask. I don't remember. Don't remember. Then we have Barack Obama, our 44th president, 2009 to 2017. And I think that this anime version of him is basically him in this portrait over here, just on a poster and stylized. But I think it looks really good. Then we have our most controversial president ever, Donald Trump, our 45th president, 2017 to 2021. And this animated version of him is basically him. Like, this is the same man. And then we have Joe Biden, our 46th president, who is still currently serving, but started in 2021. And this anime version of him is just a more, probably most people will say, lively version of our current president. He just apparently has an extra hand that I didn't notice, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens with these generators. They'll give extra hands and stuff, but that's okay. So you tell me, which was your favorite anime version of the president? Which president was president when you were born and when you could vote? That would be interesting to find out. My age demographic, if I actually get any comments on this video. And if you like this video, please like this video and please consider subscribing. And I'll catch you later. Bye. Have a good day.